let's talk straps. So before we jump into the comparison between the two leather harnesses, let me quickly tell you my harness journey, as it were. So the first one I ever got for my sports photography that I was doing for work is the Black Rapid Breathe double harness. I don't know the technical name for it, but let me grab that one really fast. So this is the one. This is a fabric dual harness camera strap. This is what pretty much a vast majority of sports photographer uses, I understand. It is fabric, so it's made to be used in all weathers. It's very reliable. It does come apart, so you can unhook the back here like that, and then you have a single harness, which is really handy. And a lot of people love that feature. And it's a great camera harness. I just personally like the leather look. Moving into the wedding game, in the wedding market, I see a lot of people using leather harnesses. So I figured I'd see what all the hubbub was about. And after this one, I got the Holdfast. Okay, so we have the Holdfast Money Maker right here. This is the normal size one. They do have this and then the skinny option, and as well as a vast option range of camera harnesses. So this was the one that my mentor, Jordan Voth, used, and I'm sure you can probably see a lot of wedding photographers in the industry using this particular camera strap. It's super well known in the community. It's sort of just kind of the one that you see all the time. But I had a friend of mine show me the Rose Anvil camera straps. And I read about the camera straps and what they offered and was immediately intrigued and was very excited to try that camera strap out. So this, oh gosh, I'm smacking the table. So this is the Rose Anvil Bandit camera harness. It is leather, it is black because I like black leather. And I just recently got this one at the end of 2020. Super excited to use it. I've been using it on shoots that I've been doing recently, and trying to pay attention to all of the claims that this one makes over the Holdfast. So I will say, from what I understand, this camera harness claims to be one of the most ergonomic leather harnesses you can buy. Better weight distribution, great features on it, like these fantastic hooks, which I will demonstrate for you in a moment. And yeah, this one claims to be extremely ergonomic, and I was super intrigued by that because you want to take care of your body as best as you can, and I know that having weight on your shoulders isn't great for 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours a day, so I wanted to try it out. So that's been my camera harness journey thus far, and I would love to give you guys a quick comparison between the Holdfast and the Rose Anvil camera harness. So why don't we go outside, I'm going to put them on, and we're going to talk about differences and similarities. Okay, so we are outside. Let's start with the Holdfast camera strap, shall we? Okay, so we got the Holdfast camera strap on. You will notice I have both my cameras on right now. I'm shooting this on my phone so that you can kind of get an idea of how these look on body. I am recording audio to my camera, so that's why this is here. Let's just kind of go through this camera strap in no particular order. I'll tell you kind of what it comes with, what my thoughts are overall after using this for about 2 years, and give you my thoughts. And then we'll jump over to the Rose Anvil. First things first, this strap looks killer on person, especially on the back. I think the X strap look on the back is great. It looks really nice. The loop system is what I'm going to call it, is great. It does not inhibit you in any way, shape, or form to get the shot. It does have the black and silver metals, black with silver metal accents, which is great. That's what I personally prefer. I think that's a good, classy, calm, muted look. They do come with these safety straps that you can hook onto the cameras. I don't know what the technical term is for it. You can clip it on right here. So talking about wearing it, it is very comfortable. But I will say, after wearing this for 8 to 10 hours for a wedding day, your shoulders do get really sore and tired. It's just, especially for me right here, I'll feel the fatigue. It's not too bad, but I think longevity-wise, you will need to be cognizant of that and try and take this strap off periodically when you get time during a day so that you're resting your back and your shoulders. Let's put on the Rose Anvil and let's compare and see some major differences. Okay, so now we've got the Rose Anvil strap on. You will notice while the idea is the same for these two straps, the execution is different. So let's point those out. First off, the connection in the back, I think it was called a wing system or reminiscent of wings, as the owner of Rose Anvil put it. You do feel this strap more on your body. And I noticed that this is instantly more comfortable to wear. It just kind of sits a little bit better on my body, but I do feel it. I do feel it right in the middle of my back where the two leather straps connect. But I feel like the weight is a little more evenly distributed versus with the Holdfast, I am feeling it all right here. Also to note, the Rose Anvil is not on a loop system, as I'm going to call it and continue to call it. It is just 3 separate pieces of leather meeting with one big patch to connect them. And you will notice that the Rose Anvil strap does sit lower on my body. I'm not super fond of that. I do wish that I could keep them up a little bit higher. And I could adjust this leather strap if I wanted to, but I'll explain why I don't in a second. And I do notice there is some tension right here when I pull the camera up. It wants to be pulled this way. So I don't super love that, but it is not inhibiting me enough to make it so that I'm not getting any shots or missing any shots or missing a moment. So the big feature, the big thing that I was super excited about with this strap in particular was this hook thing on the actual connector to the camera. And what that does is it allows you to take the weight of the cameras off your shoulders and onto your hips. So what you do is you take this, you go find your belt loop, you put it right on the loop, do that on the other side, found the loop, bam, you now have all of the weight from your cameras instead of on your shoulders, on your hips. Realistically, we're wedding photographers. We're wearing these things 8, 10, 12, sometimes 14 or 15 hours a day. And that's extremely bad for your back. There are other systems where it's a belt where you can hook it into your belt that they provide and you go like that. In my opinion, they look freaking weird and I just personally don't want to wear them. I do know the ergonomic and health benefits of them though. And this is sort of a good compromise to me between the aesthetic of it and the ergonomic of it. But another thing to point out about this strap in particular is the fact that unlike the Holdfast, this can convert into a single strap system. So in the back here, what you can do is unattach either of these from that metal piece in the middle, and then there is an attachment that you can buy. It's just a single strap of leather that will go right underneath your armpit and come back over here. And then you have one strap. And you can just have one camera for any instance where you're like, I don't need to bring 2, I just need 1, and I don't want to wear the dual. That is a big selling point for a lot of people as well. I don't personally care that much, but that is something to make a note of.
Hello, this is Editing Mason chiming in really fast. Something that I forgot to mention about the Rose Anvil camera strap that I did mention about the Holdfast is the safety clips. The Rose Anvil does as well come with safety clips that you can attach. They do come with fabric ones, but you can upgrade and buy some leather safety straps if you want to. These are the safety leashes that they'll come with. They also come with a bunch of extra screws. So they come with a whole bunch of these. They also come with extra leather pull tabs, I should say is what they're called, and a screw for the Chicago screws, which is very nice of them to do. The other big claim to note that Rose Anvil makes that I forgot to mention was to do with people with long hair. So in the promotional video, India Earl talks about how with other camera straps,
her hair would always get caught in the back where the two pieces of leather connect. And with this Rose Anvil strap, she's able to let her hair down and not worry about her hair getting stuck in it at any point in time. I obviously do not have long hair, so I can't speak to the legitimacy of that claim. Someone who has Rose Anvil camera strap who does have long hair, please feel free to chime in and let me know. Let's go back to the video. Another aesthetic thing to point out about this camera strap, the Holdfast, they do have multiple options for, I believe, the metal material and leather material, color-wise, and leather choices, I believe. Holdfast does have several non-leather options as well, if you are interested in going that route. When it comes to Rose Anvil, you're more limited in your options. I believe Rose Anvil did have another strap before. I don't see it anywhere, so I'm imagining it's discontinued for whatever reason. You can only get this one, which is, I believe, called the Bandit. And it only comes in 3 or 4 colors. And all of the options do only come with this gold metal hardware, which for me was kind of a bummer because I do love the black and silver metal look. I remember reading or hearing somewhere about why he uses these specific screws. These are like specific, they're called Chicago screws, I believe. And it's the metal plating is really good. It's just really high quality material. I get it, but I wish that I could have silver. But again, aesthetics aside, it doesn't really matter. How does the camera strap feel? How does it work? Is it usable? Is it worth that investment? Let's go back to the studio, if you will, and let's talk final thoughts and let's talk recommendations, you know, where I'm falling in between these two straps. Okay, so let's talk my final thoughts between these two camera straps that I have sitting over here and my recommendation. So overall, I have not gotten to use the Rose Anvil as long as the Holdfast. But in that time, I have noticed that the Rose Anvil overall is a more comfortable harness to wear for longer periods of time. Those hooks that they have where the camera connects are game-changing. I can't imagine not having that now, and I really don't want to go back, and I will not be going back to using the Holdfast purely for that reason. Beyond that, it is more comfortable to wear where it rests on your shoulders and on your back, and the way it distributes that weight. That is extremely comfortable. I do find that to be a warranted claim. I do wish that it was a little freer to move where the 3 pieces of leather connect, but that's a small complaint and it's just based on the design. Maybe at some point in the future that design will change. I think that is probably its biggest flaw right now, but even that is very minor. The Holdfast is still a great option. If you're not super worried about ergonomics, or for whatever reason you don't really care about weight distribution, Holdfast is great. Holdfast makes great leather straps. It's still a nice strap. Just for me and providing longevity for my back and my shoulder health, Rose Anvil is the way to go. It's a healthy compromise between ergonomics and aesthetic and usability. If you are also watching this, but you're someone who doesn't really want to buy a leather camera strap, Holdfast is the way to go. Holdfast, in my opinion, has some of the best non-leather options. They do have vegan leather camera straps that they just made that come in a variety of colors. You can get whatever color you want, as well as fabric materialed camera straps. So if you are looking for a non-leather option that does look in a similar vein to the either Holdfast or Rose Anvil, that's the way to go. But for me, what I'm recommending to you, if you're looking to get a leather camera harness and you want to invest, go Rose Anvil. 100%, it's the one for me. It is going to be a game changer for my back health, for my shoulder health, and everything else. I will point out, though, if you are someone who wears a dress or clothing of any kind that you're not going to have something to hook those hooks into, that is something to think about. You know, are you someone who wears a dress and you don't have a loop right there? You know, not everyone is wearing jeans or pants with loops in them at a wedding day. So those hooks might not be helpful for you if you don't wear things that you can hook those into. Just something to point out. With that all being said, I appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate you guys watching this video today. If you have any clarifying questions or comments or constructive criticism about this video, I would love to hear it. Please leave them in the comments down below. If you want to support me, I'm actually just recently getting into Clubhouse. It's an amazing app for connecting and networking with fellow creatives and fellow people in general, and I'm having a blast on it right now. So if you want to go find me on Clubhouse, if you're on it, it's at Mason Joel Photo. And for that even, all of my social media, it's at Mason Joel Photo. Super easy. I do that to keep it simple. I also have a podcast. It's called Getting Candid. We talk to entrepreneurs in the creative industry, mostly looking at the wedding market. And we talk building a business and building a brand and how to be successful in the market today. So that's all I got. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. I don't know when I'm going to make another video, but I'm not going to make any promises because this is a lot of work. All right, with that all being said, it's been great being here talking to you all. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you when I see you.